Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd, and welcome all my players to playing this game again. Before we begin tonight's game, announcements are back a fucking left. Look at him, piece of shit. Announcements are, first of all, thank you to everyone who's been watching and supporting this campaign. It's been real, it's been fun, and we hope that it continues to be fun for everyone other than ourselves. And make sure while you're here to follow us on all the socials. That's Twitter, Twitch, obviously YouTube, Instagram, Discord. Did I say Discord? You can talk to us in Discord. And Patreon. Thank you to all the patrons who get this stuff a little early. And audio only as well, which is super cool. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, check out the Reddit. We'll have it eventually.
You think we should make a Reddit?
Oh,
I don't know if it's worth doing that yet.
Reddit just confuses me.
I don't know how to use Reddit.
Me neither.
Either.
That's why I've
never used it.
Yeah.
Man, now I feel
Reddit's just a cesspool, and you shouldn't go there.
I think me and Meyore were like, damn, let me just uninstall this real quick.
Yeah, leave a comment if we should make a Reddit. But yeah, I guess that's it, right? There's nothing else to talk about other than we should just go ahead and jump into the game, right? That's what we should do. Is everyone ready to do so?
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
We shouldn't introduce the players, right?
We probably should.
Grizz, who are you? Wait, no, you're not first on layout. Tommy, who are you?
Hey, I am Malin Redkeep, a humble human bard from the country of Am.
And then it's Baka.
Hey, I'm BakaZombie. I'm playing Gar, the humble Loxodon barbarian.
And then it's Meyore.
I'm Meyore, and I play Lauren, the excitable half-elf wizard.
And then Grizz, who do you play?
Hey, I'm Grizlocke. You find me on YouTube at Grizlocke. And I play Drogden, who is yet to discover a name. But you can call me
I know there's going to be so much confusion about, like, Grizz's card says his name is Drogden, but no one calls him Drogden. Fucking Grizz is... I don't want to talk about Grizz, because he's been giving me a hard time about this name for, like, fucking forever. He decided on the name before the campaign started, I'll just say that. And he hasn't come out with it yet. Yeah. And I don't know why.
My character doesn't have a name. I have a name for him, but he doesn't have a name.
Alright, that's it. No more.
That's it. Show's over.
We're playing the game now. Listen, I have a previously on Curse of Strahd. Does anyone else want to do the previously on Curse of Strahd?
No, I think for the first one
you... Go ahead, Grizz. Go ahead.
Ah, fuck. I was gonna say. Previously on Curse of Strahd.
There you go.
Our
Do you want me to DM you the paragraph that I wrote?
Well, yeah. Well, you have a paragraph. Why are you doing this?
Yes, I wrote.
Why don't you just read it? I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna wing it.
We didn't do this. No, I'm sending it to you. I can't. It's too long.
We meet our hero, Malin Redkeep, in the halls of Daggerford. After a previous what?
Keep going.
After previously saving two small children from their likely doom, the Vistani come to his keep in hopes of enlisting him in their quest to vanquish the vampire known as Strahd.
You're doing great.
I'm loving this Dragon Ball intro.
Along their journey, they enter the mists that surround the lands of Barovia. When their cart, driven by two horses, runs over a large mass in the center of the road. Upon further inspection, they find one giant elephant man named Garfantis, who, along with his friend Lauren, were out seeking monsters in the woods. Fuck.
We're not even to session 2 yet.
Can we just like
all right.
after a long
you can stop if you want.
Yeah, okay. God damn. I hate you.
God damn.
I'm not going to read the paragraph, but here's what happened. They fucking found Guy and Alarin in the woods. Alarin got attacked and they rescued him. Then they entered the valley of Barovia, came out through the mist and went into the gates, and there they found Grizz's character, who was impaled on a spike. They took him down, and they all hopped in the carriage and rode through the village and past to the Tserpool encampment, which is the encampment of Vistani that is run by Madame Ava, or led by Madame Ava. And while you were there, she gave your fuckers a reading to delineate or to determine the location of 3 artifacts that would help you in your quest to kill the vampire, as well as the location of your final fight with him, and the identity, cryptic as it may be, of an ally that would help you.
Is that the guy with the monkey?
Guy with the monkey, yep. Before that happened, fucking these 2 idiots decided that they were going to go, you know what I love about the book thing is that not at one point did you all say, we shouldn't do this. Like, I gave you plenty of time, but I gave you plenty of time to, like, intervene and be like, no, I'm just going to fucking pick him up and pull him away. You decided not to, which I love. It's great for the story.
Gar believes in Alarin. He said we shouldn't touch other people's things, and Alarin's like, nah, we're fine. Okay, that's fine.
Anyway, you heard a
Don't
whispering
blame
book.
my character for being trusting.
You heard a whispering book call your name, and you unlocked you basically invited a big side quest is coming. That's all we'll say.
Unlock the side quest.
Anyway, you guys fucking slept in the Vistani camp, the Tserpool encampment, and that's where we're gonna pick up, right? So in the night, you guys go to bed. Is anyone taking watches?
No, dude, I'm in a camp full of people.
We're in a camp. They could watch.
Yeah, I'm their guest, son.
I do
You are not required to.
I don't really sleep much, so I'll probably just be on watch for the majority of the night.
Okay.
Oh, and Alarin would like ritual cast alarm around him and Garfantis. Just
Sure.
like a little,
Yeah. Is alarm a ritual spell? That's fucking dope.
Thanks for mentioning that. I completely forgot I have that magical item.
I have no idea that they've done this, and frequently throughout the night, I just walk back and forth through the alarm and wake him up.
I gotta look up the specificity on alarm right now, because is it anyone or is it?
He
is it
specified
enemies?
around Garfantis and Alarin, so I don't know. I think.
Who trips it, I think, is what he's looking for. If you can allow people to not trip it or something.
I will say it is a mental alarm and not an audible.
Yeah, so I would wake up.
Larger
Right,
creature.
so I just wake you up over and over again all night.
So what's funny about this, Alarin, and it's good that you mentioned this. I'm glad that this specific spell was mentioned. You've cast this spell before, Alarin, right? Because it's first level spell, and you are familiar with it. Ritual spell. You spent plenty of time learning it, and normally you are used to in pulling out the thread and surrounding yourself with it, having things go over and back and forth. The sound that you hear in your head is this ding 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 ding. It's a bell. It's an alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Curiously enough, while you're sleeping, peacefully dreaming about, life back home in Waterdeep, the hustle and bustle, the magical creatures that you've seen and the normal ones that you've tended to, all of a sudden, in the back of your head, you hear, "Ah!" as like this piercing scream enters into your mind. The spell is affected by the area around you, and so you immediately shoot upwards and you just see this zombie corpse just walking around.
And I probably pace most of the night, like, creepily. Like, I'm a zombie, so I just back and forth pacing.
So that first time, like, yeah, I probably should have thought about that. And he's gonna ritual cast alarm and designate Drogden to not set it off.
Yeah,
Option.
you can designate creatures, so that's good job.
I get up in the middle of the night to take a piss and walk through their alarm spell.
Yeah, he has to ritual cast it 4 or 5 times.
Before he realizes, oh yeah, I should just have everybody in it.
Do it for
There's a couple of Vistani that come through every now and then. You're like, we're just checking on you to make sure that you are sleeping well.
Yeah, because alarm would probably wake up screaming every time the scream goes off. Oh, okay. That was great.
Anyway, so Grizz, is there anything that you want to do in your night's pacing?
Yeah, I think about last session, so like a couple hours ago for Drogden. Everybody seems to be really laser honed in on him having a name, and they won't shut up about it. So he's going to he's gonna sit maybe like on a stump or something. He'll touch his hand down on the stump. And then he'll cross his legs and begin to try to meditate.
Okay, yeah. So you do so, and in the quiet of the night, which is eerie and still for the most part, if not perforated by the occasional core of a raven. There are a couple of Vistani that keep watch. The fire does faintly crackle throughout the night. You can be secretive enough in this as you put your hand down on the tree stump. You feel your fingertips kind of split ever so faintly in a familiar fashion. Then you focus, and your mind seems to travel back to where you know it is safer and more homely, and you feel the familiar presence there.
Brother, you
hear the voice kind of emanate around, perforating into your mind more than in the outside. So, I see you have found your pack.
Yes, I was going to ask, are these them? The ones you foresaw?
If you believe that they are, then they are.
So much to think about. I met a woman named Madame Meyore.
I am aware of the seer. The trees talk of her.
She wants us to go to the dead city.
There are people there who may desire your help. I know they have scorned you. Be careful where you walk.
That's just me. They kill our kind and stack them on top of one another.
You are correct. But there is beauty in their creation. Although destruction may be necessary, there is a kindness in giving our kind some form of eternal life.
This pack, it wants to call me something, a name. Ooh.
Do you have a name you would like to be called?
No. God, how many times do I have to say no? No, I'm just kidding. Um. I make it up.
Her name is often given by a parent or an elder. In your case, consider who you are, who you would like to be. Find what fits you.
I understand. Are the fogs cleared?
Not today.
Then I will see you another time.
Be careful. You never know who may turn on you.
And then I kind of release my connection through like these roots. Like I feel like my presence like gets pulled back through like in reverse through like these roots and like back into me.
Yeah. And you open your eyes and you blink and you see that familiar orange glow of the fire. First thing you see is that fire.
Oh.
So, is there anything else that you want to do tonight, Grizz?
No, that's it. Just that's it.
Okay, you walk back into the camp of your people.
I just think about. I just ponder. What a good name is. Who am I? Like my creator asked or said.
Yeah. Cool. And so, the clouded night sky, over the course of a few hours, changes in color slightly. It goes from a dark gray to a slightly less dark gray. And there is a faint, blurred, obscured, yellowish orb that begins to crest over the horizon. And you all wake up.
Finally. I do not understand your laying down so long.
It's called rest. Excuse me. Now I have to do something else you're probably unfamiliar with. As I go find a place to piss.
Oh, well, Garfantis, I think before we leave, I should probably get something to feed our little friend. And,
You're probably very hungry.
pick up the sack, give it a little wiggle.
Yeah, you give it a wiggle.
And a fold.
Why don't you go ahead and give me an animal handling check?
All right. Just release a fucking cockatrice out onto the...
That is a 5.
You just shift it slightly, 2 or 3 inches, and you hear a squawk and little curled talons begin to kind of stretch down the outside of the pillowcase. This bag that you've been holding the beast in was not meant to be a bag to hold a beast, and it is beginning to show some wear and tear as the day goes on. It's fine for now, but you are going to have to find something to put this in if you want to keep it around.
Quick, does anyone know how to calm animals?
I want to look at it. Does that look like an animal to me?
Make a nature check.
Does that look like an animal to me?
11.
It's hard to see through the rips in the bag. You see bits of flesh, You see talons. You see an occasional feather. If the closest thing I could make it resemble was a featherless chicken.
No.
Well, I wonder if I can maybe get a little cage off of these traders.
We had a cage, but it broke out of it.
Yeah, that one was kind of crappy, made of twigs and wood, though, right?
Yes.
So yeah, he'll walk and try to find a trader, see if he can find a small metal cage.
Just go ahead and make a either an investigation or a persuasion check for me, whichever one's better. Yeah.
Okay, I will definitely do investigation. Oh, sweet. Let me get the other dice then.
Can I hinder
thank
them?
God.
No, I'm just kidding.
So yeah, that would be 16.
16. Yeah. You can find a wooden cage, a little thicker, a little sturdier than the one that you were using before.
Made of twigs.
It's not made of twigs. It's made of actual real wood. It's kind of like fashioned from like an old apple cart. So like the wood is kind of stable-ish, and it comes with like this sliding lid that has like a faint hole for a lock. That it doesn't come with a lock, but it has a hole for a lock in case you can like put rope in there and tie it or whatever. They'll give it to you. It's not an issue.
Okay, sweet. Here, Arvantis, you hold the cage and get ready to close the door, okay?
Right.
And he'll get the opening of the bag and line it up with the hole and open it up. Oh, shoo!
Okay, so you're... How the fuck are you doing this? So Gar's holding it. Are you like tipping the bag upside down, or are you
No.
like,
He's
throwing him
got
out?
it like on the ground with the hole like facing us, and I'm putting the hole of the bag that I'm gonna open right up against the hole of the cage.
You know, they did something like this in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It didn't end well.
Okay, so not how I would do it. So why don't you, with a 5 animal handling, why don't you go ahead and make a strength check for me?
Nice.
And I'm gonna pull up the monster stats to see if it goes or not.
Okay. That is a... Oh, fuck. That's a 4.
That's a 4? Oh, shit, dude. You're full on HP, right? Here's what he does. Gar is holding the apple crate open like this, right? The sliding lid off to the side, and he's getting ready to close it whenever. Alarin is holding the bag open by the opening itself, and the bag kind of drags behind his forearms and is shaking rapidly and violently underneath of it. As he goes ahead and scoots it open, you watch as this beast shoots outwards and straight to the side, basically moving in between the side of the bag and the apple cart. And for the first time for you, Malin, and you, Zombie Man, you see the beast in its full visage. It's about the size of a chicken.
I see it as I'm coming back, fixing my pants from pissing. Like, you just see this creature.
You see
What's
this
going on?
It almost resembles a velociraptor in a way, kind of these hooked toes on one claw of this fleshy, thin, bony body, vague bits of feathers and a couple of frills up on the top of the head, sharpened beak with a forked tongue that comes out of it occasionally, and these like leathery wings that have one single claw, long elongated claw on the front of it. I'm gonna go ahead and just roll to see what it does, right? We'll make an intelligence check to see if it can be more wisdom. We'll make a wisdom check to see if it's gonna fucking flee or attack you guys. So it kind of looks around, surveying its surroundings, and you know, Alarin, you know from your encountering this thing, whenever it feels like it's in danger, it's threatened, it always fucking attacks. Like, runs and goes to attack you. This time it surveys everything around it, the multiple people, and there are like 20, 30 people around, and it begins to back up and look for an exit. What are you guys doing?
I grab it by its throat.
What is it?
Make a dexterity check for me, Gar.
A dexterity check. Ooh boy, howdy. Hey, that's a 16.
I can't believe I just rolled a fucking 3
I
on
got a
that.
16.
The one that mattered. You know the dangers of that beak, and you just fucking walk up slowly as it's retreating and looking up at you, the thing calling out, and you just fucking grab it by the neck. In a cartoon fashion, you watch its eyes kind of bulge outwards to the side of its sockets for a second, the tongue jammed in between the beak, and you have it there, and it begins to flail, but you have it. You've got it wrapped.
Yeah, and just put it into the crate. Shove it in there.
No check for you necessary. You just...
Is that your friend?
No, this thing's the reason we ended up here.
Oh,
Maybe someday, though.
why do you put it in cage?
Cause it'll bite you and petrify you if it gets to you. It was causing lots of problems, and the lady sent us out to get him.
Oh,
Oh, so that must have been why they were looking for people to kill a monster or something.
Thankfully, we only killed one. I think.
I can't remember. Did it get away or did we kill it?
You smashed the fire. It's a splatter on the ground.
Smashed it, and this one we wanted to keep and look at it, but then the mist caught us.
But here we are now, so I'll just try to keep it fed, and maybe one day it'll come to like us a little more. Don't know too much about animal husbandry, but we could probably figure something out.
I know what that is that they have.
Make a history or a nature check.
Don't.
Or
don't?
ask us.
I got a 7, so.
Yeah, you don't have the fucking foggiest clue what that is.
What is that thing anyway?
Oh, well, this is a cockatrice. It's
A cock or what now?
a cockatrice.
it has 3 of them.
3 of what?
I think he might have heard you say trace.
You don't know what that is, Grizz.
Yes, I do.
You're an odd
I
zombie,
have
aren't
one.
you? No.
But long story short, it's a feisty little thing that'll petrify you if it scratches or bites you. So try to avoid the beak and the claws.
That's why I put it in the crate.
Yep. Hopefully it won't get out again. I hope. But if it needs to one day, maybe.
What are you planning on doing with it?
I'm going to the lady.
Yes, she did hire us for that. I would like to get paid.
Well, probably gonna be a while for that.
Yeah, we gotta go get rid of this lord, and then we can bring this cockatrice to the lady to end the goal of the campaign.
Thankfully, Garfantis is quite strong. He can definitely carry it.
This is a quest that they got for 15 gold.
I love that. Like, I
about
pray
this?
that this thing makes
I
it
will
through to the end of
pay
the
you.
campaign.
How about this? I will give you 15 gold if you'll kill that thing so it doesn't cause any trouble.
You hear it go from inside
He
the box.
kind of already promised the lady, as he's like tying it to the other bags that he carries on his back.
Yeah, I would hate to go back on my word for that. I did vow that we would bring one back alive.
She seemed very nice.
She was.
She's definitely a nice woman.
Seems like her people like her too.
Yeah, she let me stay at one of the rooms there in the keep.
Oh, she was quite hospitable. Let me go through her library. But.
Oh, did you run into the
Yeah.
children by any chance?
Oh God, did we?
No.
No, I don't remember any, unfortunately.
Oh, must have just missed them.
There are some very nice guards that had good conversational skills.
Oh, yes.
Really, I just met a kind of an asshole that took my horse and put him away.
You love that guy. That guy was great.
Hey man, Malin's two-faced. He'll act like he likes people. No.
You resent that? I quite found our conversation pretty good.
What, the guy who took Red Keep? No, not that guy. I'm talking about her fucking butler. Dude was a dick.
Oh, yeah, he was. You're right. Anyway, as this conversation's happening, you see one of the Vistani, kind of a woman like mid-30s, sort of walk up to you all and say, "So you're heading out today, then? I'm hearing."
Yes.
Right. So we wanted to know because are you planning on walking back to the village of Barovia, or are you wanting to take carriage?
Well, how much would that cost us if we were to take one of your carriages?
You know, I'm not going to charge you for it. I just need to know so that we know what to do with ourselves for the day. If you just, if you're wanting to reserve a spot, that's fine. You'll be waiting a little bit of time while we sort of wrap up some business here. But then we'll willingly take you and not charge you. But if you'd like to walk now and maybe arrive earlier, that's fine.
What do you
I'd
think?
rather not necessarily walk in this forest, to be completely honest.
I could get a little sidetracked. So, are we all okay to wait?
You can't wait too long, though. The madam said that Irena needed help very soon.
It is true. How long would it take you all to get ready here?
Oh, just a couple hours. We've just got to pack up some stuff and decide who's moving out today and what wagons they're taking, and
What do you think, Arphantis?
Well, if they don't take too long, I think you'll be fine. And we don't want to get jumped by anything. They seem to have a way with the things around here.
Lauren will kind of look at his arm again. yeah, I like that. And I'll wait, anyways.
Yeah. So, is there anything that you guys want to do while you wait? You see a number of Vistani come in and come out and pack up wagons and start taking them away. Going about their day's stuff.
Lauren will just try to buy some berries off someone for the cockatrice.
Sure, mark off 2 copper. It's berries, it doesn't fucking matter.
I'm gonna go find. Was Stanimir the one that was talking to us?
Yes, Stanimir was talking.
Okay, never mind then. No, I mean the one that just got done talking to us.
No, this was a woman that you haven't met yet.
All right, I'm gonna go find Stanimir.
Sure. Make a perception check for me. Perception or investigation.
Oh man, I'm just not hitting it today. That's a 8.
You're moving around and just by yourself, not finding anything.
Okay, well, I'll go back to the group after I can't find him.
It should not be far. We could walk.
You know, I've always learned something traveling so much, and it's never to give up a free taxi ride.
Taxi.
I will point out here, Malin does own a horse, so 2 of you could ride on the horse.
The dead guy is not getting on Red Keep.
I'll get on the horse.
And, sorry, Master Loxodon, you definitely wouldn't be able to ride this thing.
Why not?
Because you're larger than the horses.
Oh, horse. I could kill a horse.
I don't doubt that at all.
If you wish, I could be a horse.
Would you
I
be a
could
big
ride.
horse for Garfantis?
No.
Then what do I do? You two get horses. You are a horse. I can't.
I did not think that far.
We could just wait for the carriage.
Yes, that'd probably be for the best.
Okay, so for the purposes of brevity here, you guys
Barovia.
for Barovia, yeah,
Barovia.
you guys wait about an hour and a half, 2 hours or so. You see in this time, you can eat your breakfast.
Hey,
around.
is the water here while that's going on? Is there like is it like more like mud or is it more like clay
the
by the
like,
riverbank?
ground next to it?
Yeah, more like mud or clay.
I would say it's more mud.
Damn. Okay.
But the water itself is strikingly clear.
Yeah, I ain't getting in that shit. I'm gonna have a strange book talking to me.
Sure. You see a couple people walk in and out of Madame Ava's tent. In the meantime, unsure of exactly what they are in there for, but they go. Before, hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes in, you kind of see Stanimir making his way around through the people here and walking up to you guys, seemingly a little groggy himself. Oh, you are still here. I almost would have assumed you would have left by now, but if you are in need of carriage, I can provide this for you.
Are you doing yoga?
Yeah, I mean, in the background, anybody who looks, Drogden's sticking his hands straight up in the air while you guys are eating your breakfast, and then like pulling them down to his side, and then sticking them back up in the air.
I'm just.
What are you doing there? Huh?
Eating.
Are you eating the wind or the sun?
I do not know. I just do this.
Okay, we'll get into that later. Thank
I
you for
prefer
the
we
breakfast,
didn't.
What he wants?
Oh, I was asking if you wanted carriage to the village.
Yes, please.
Is this Stanimir? I'm zoned out for a second. Sorry.
Yes, I think so.
Are you all okay? Malin, you seem out of it.
I'm still a little feeling a little bit of last night, a little bit of too much fun.
Oh, you are telling me. My kids have been up for a while. They would not let me rest, but
Oh, is your daughter beating the shit out of your son again?
Yes, she was.
Good kids.
Not nice.
Oh, it's playful. The Malin's friend, the lady, taught my daughter a few tricks in her military knowledge. So she's becoming a bit of a brawler, and she can't perform on me because my bones are not what they used to be. But my son is young and spry, so I shall go and ready a cart. If you would all like to pack your things, you already have them. I'll be back.
All right, Garfantis, I'm gonna throw some berries in there, okay?
Okay.
And he'll just say, "All right. What should we call him, Garfantis?"
Bird.
Bird person.
Bird. My name is
that the
Alarm.
word?
Here
Bernadette.
is some
I like
food.
Bernadette now that you said it.
Oh, Bernadette. Oh, okay. Bernadette it is.
Bernadette.
Oh, Bernadette. Bernadette, my name is Lauren. Here's food. And he's just gonna like quickly open and like throw berries in and close it again.
You know, if it's a cage, you could just shove it through the side. You don't have to open the lid.
The physical description of this cage, I'm like I have two different visions in my head.
This works. This is fine. Make another animal handling
God
check.
damn it. It's a cage, not a box.
I kept hearing apple basket, so then
It's like an apple crate with like a sliding roof on it. Basically.
Oh, okay, so it's a box.
Yeah, it's a box.
Oh, nat 20, baby! Why
Nat
is it used
20.
for this?
You open the lid and you have the berries in your hand and you're getting ready to throw them in and you kind of see the beak emerge and you're like, oh shit, should I pull back? And you just feel it go and scoop one of the berries up and retreat back into the cage.
She likes me.
You just have to give her name.
Thank you, Bernadette. You can go back to sleep now.
Just eating his fucking breakfast, just like, what am I doing in here?
All right, that's all I got.
Yeah. A couple minutes later, Stanimir comes back, a horse tied to a smaller wagon than he was using yesterday. Just one horse in the front. He
That
says,
last cart was already having problems carrying me. Will this one be okay?
I don't think that we can see. I think structurally it should hold. I worry that one horse may not be able to carry all of us. So
I can tie Red Keep to the front if that would help things.
we can try this, yes, if you are willing.
Garfantis, you could also like step on the back and then use one foot to kind of like push us forward too. That could help.
I could if we need this.
I guess I'll go grab Red Keep, kind of talk to him one-on-one. It's like, so, buddy, how do you feel about pulling a cart? I know you're not really used to that. What if I give you an apple? As I'm holding the apple out.
Yeah, he just.
I'll lead him over to the cart. I'll try to, like, hide his eyes so he doesn't see Garfantis about to crawl on the back, you know? I don't want the... It's like, son, I ain't pulling that shit.
Yeah, you go ahead and tie the reins to Red Keep and attach the harness. Red Keep isn't used to it, but he obliges. And yeah,
I'll sit in the front, too, since he's up there, since I got my horse tied off.
Yeah, you saddle up next to Stanimir.
Yeah, as everybody's getting in, I'm just gonna like lay my hand on the cart, and you says you are beautiful. I do not understand, but you cannot be wrong. And I'll push myself up and in.
I'm looking at Stanimir. He's an odd fellow, isn't he?
I am still very unsure about him, but surprisingly, he seems to have at least a little heart.
Yeah, the hole was in his gut, not his chest.
Well, that's good. It appears that his heart should be intact then. I wonder if it still beats.
Let me get some coconuts.
Yeah. Hey, Europeans, follow. So you begin traveling, going back sort of through the same. Yeah, there are the horses right there. Going back through the same route that you came up to the encampment with, and going by. As you go by, you do pass that familiar graveyard, that hanging post once again. Alarin, go ahead and roll me a wisdom save.
God damn it.
Oh, just him this time. Okay.
Just him.
He's cursed now.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, natural one.
Yay!
Yeah.
Natural one. As you come up on it, you're still hanging there. Still gently rotating in the wind. And it's weird. You come in at just the right time to the point where your dead reflection is looking at the cart and it shifts with the cart as it goes. But it's just dangling in the wind. The wind's just slowly shifting it, rotating it around.
He'll scoot closer to Garfantis.
So Stanimir,
Fall out.
does that get used often?
Oh, the hanging post?
Yes.
Occasionally, yes. There are a number of afflictions that residents of the valley may gain. It should come as no surprise that vampirism does sometimes rear its ugly head. But the most common ailment that afflicts the people here is madness. Should people grow too dangerous to themselves or others, the noose is there.
Definitely not in arm anymore.
You guys crest forward. Not long passes before you begin to see the squalid houses of rotting wood and mildewed stone that marks the village of Barovia. I'll drag you guys over to the map. As you begin to come up to it, you hear Saname say, "Well, I'm going to drop you off at a location. The location itself is up to you. I understand that we do not want to be seen, some of us, by the residents here for fear of negative things happening. So I assume you would like to go up to the mansion?"
Oh yes, I forgot. And I take back out the wedding veil and put it on my head.
So would you like to be dropped at the entrance to Barovia or at the mansion again?
I believe the mansion would make the most sense. I assume that's where we could possibly find the daughter of the burgomaster, correct?
Yes, probably in that is the burgomaster's mansion, yes.
That sounds good to me. What about the rest of you?
That sounds good to me. Stanimir, do you plan on staying around, or are you leaving after you drop us off?
I am afraid not. I have to go back to pack some supplies, and I am leaving the valley again for a few days. Just to trade wares with other people on the outsides of the valley, but I will return in time. I assure you of this.
All right, well.
As you guys enter into the village, you come inwards, like into the thoroughfare, as it were, and the streets are. It's a little earlier in the day than it was yesterday when you came here, but the streets are still mostly empty, mostly uncrowded. You do see as you come in, there is kind of a small child that looks up and sees the cart and then ducks back down into an alleyway off to the side, like here. And the other thing that I think primarily Malin and Guy you would see, since you're on the outside of the cart or the wagon, you see this older woman almost. Like pushing like 70s almost. Older woman, bent over to an extent, the signs of age clear in her stature and her posture, dragging a cart of nice-ish looking pies behind her. You see her in kind of like this faint hood, kind of like a dark boil on the side of the nose. She's going to a house nearby and knocking on the door, and you kind of hear her say, "Pies for sale? Anyone looking to buy a pie?"
How close are we to this person?
I mean, she's off the side of the road, but you're gonna pass by her.
Stanimir, do you mind holding tight for just a second?
Yes, of course, if you think it's safe. Yes.
I'll just like, we're in a town.
And he
I'll
pulls up the
hop
reins.
off real quick and I'll go over to her. You mentioned you had pies for sale, madam.
Oh, hello, dear. Such a strapping young man. I'm selling pies for but a gold apiece. I know it's expensive, but crops are hard to come across in these lands, and I do have to feed my chickens and grow the flour to bake them. So, a gold pie.
What kind of pies, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, they're meat pie. Most of which are bird. I try to keep the contents clean, but the front row are definitely bird.
Cellar
This is
bird.
not. Yeah. Sure. I'll give her a gold and I'll take one of the front pies.
Bless your soul, dear, bless you. And she pockets the gold and kind of turns around and hands you a pie. It looks nice. It's baked and it's fresh-ish. It's about as good as you could expect. A little better than you could expect from the quality of the surrounding town here.
I'll climb back up on the cart.
And she just wheels off.
Inspect this fucking pie.
And make an investigation check. Or a medicine check if you want, since you're investigating the pie.
Well, I rolled high on it, so let me see what my medicine is. Hey, I got a +2 to medicine, so it's a 21.
21, yeah. You open the pie and look inside. It's definitely meat. The meat does look consistent in this one. It's not. It is one singular meat. It's not contaminated across different meats. Yeah, it's got a gravy-ish sauce in it.
Something wrong, Malin?
I just wanted to make sure everything was good, so to speak, as I try.
I
my bite.
can
Oh.
make sure.
He's got to be biting as well.
What?
You took a bite?
Never mind.
Yeah, I took a bite of it. Why was I asking me?
I can detect
I was like,
poison
yeah, well,
and
I take
disease.
a bite,
so
and
I
he
was
goes,
like,
I can what?
never mind.
Yeah, you take a bite and you chew it. It's meat pie. It's not bad.
Anybody want some?
Oh, I don't eat meat.
Sure.
I
I'll,
don't
give
eat.
him some.
All right, Lauren.
Weren't you eating this morning?
Well,
The weird
guy
thing that
like
you do with
me.
your hands. No, I'm talking about the dead elf in the back.
That's what that is.
But yeah, I'll give Lauren some.
Yeah, so you guys are you sharing the pie?
I'm sharing the pie, man. Hell yeah, let's die together, Lauren.
You take a bite,
Meyore
Alarm.
can detect, or Melee
I
can
do.
detect
Thank you so
poison
much,
without a
Dylan.
spell slot.
You take a bite, and it's a meat pie.
Hmm.
It's
It's
not
like
bad.
Barovian.
You know, some animals eat their own, like lions and bears.
I'm not really sure why that pertains to what we're doing here, but it's good to know, I
You
guess.
said it tasted like Barovian.
Oh, it tastes like a Barovian pie. I'm assuming that's what a Barovian pie tastes like, since it's the only one I've had.
Oh.
So, do you guys want to finish the pie then?
Yeah,
between
I
the
mean,
two of you?
we're still going. I mean, I'm still
Yeah,
eating the
yeah.
pie, you know.
It's quite good, I think.
Yeah. So you guys eat the pie. Both of you make Constitution saving throws.
God damn it.
I said they get to detect poison without a spell slot. Am I kidding?
Nat 20, baby. So, a medicine
A 21.
or Constitution saving throw, that'd be a 22.
Yeah, you eat the pie. It's a good pie. Tastes good.
Nice.
Yeah, as you guys are kind of stationary there and you begin to pick up the pace, you see a guy coming out of this building right here. this, you've passed it before, you know this to be a tavern. You see him come out and look around and clock the wagon itself, and he runs up and is making an attempt towards Stanimir and Malin at the front. You see him as he approaches. He's a younger guy, like early to mid-20s, perhaps. Kind of pale complexion, but this long blonde curly hair that comes out, wearing these darker, mediocre-ish clothes. They might have been nicer once, but they've been worn well enough. And he runs up to the cart, and he comes up to Stanimir's side. Stanimir's in the main side. He says, You are the heroes that recently came into town yesterday, am I correct?
Yeah, we're people that came in yesterday, yes.
This is wonderful news. Please, come with me. I would like to treat you to a drink.
What, can we take a rain check on that? We're actually on some important business right now.
Oh, what is your business, if you do not mind me asking?
Lauren, Garfantis, what was it that we were supposed to do here? I was a little too drunk last night.
Daughter.
For Irena?
Yes, I believe that was her name.
Why are you looking for Irena?
Well, she needs help, so I've been told.
And what kind of help are you willing to give? Who are you helping in this endeavor? You can kind of see his expression has changed. He's a little bit more cautious and defensive now.
Well, I'm not quite sure yet.
Please, I beg of you, come join me for a drink.
I mean, Malin's down for a drink. I mean,
Alarin's gonna like kind of try to whisper into Malin's ear, like,
The Madame did say that time was of the essence.
Yes, so we really need to go quickly. It's apparently an urgent matter.
I'll make you a deal. Join me for one drink, and if I understand your intentions to be pure, I will take you to the Burgomaster's mansion myself.
We have arrived.
He says
So-
through right behind a bride's veil.
So what would your answer be?
Oh, on who we're gonna help? Well, Irena, I believe.
Well, he's wondering if we'll go in and have a drink with him.
Oh,
Not who are going to
noise
help.
horrible.
We've made it plain who are going to help.
I just thought he might not have heard me that well.
I mean, well, it's just time for one drink, as I'm whispering to Lauren. I don't know, maybe he has information.
Well, you probably spend more time in taverns than me, so I guess.
Oh, it's a second home to me ever since I was a kid.
What if you go in and see if anything's weird happening, and then come back outside? Make sure it's
Sure thing! As I jump off the car.
That guy's an alcoholic. I can see the flag from here.
I'm getting the shakes.
Yeah, he So Malin jumps off the cart and walks around to meet this guy.
I'll take off my hat and I kind of do a bow. Malin Redkeep.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Redkeep. Are your friends going to be joining us, or?
Shortly. They'll be in just a minute. They just have to get the cart taken care of.
He's going to insight check you to figure out if you are lying about where they're going.
Oh, so do I need to make a deception check?
Yeah,
Okay.
you would.
I'm kind of good at these. Oh, I got a +7, so yeah, I am good at these. 13 + 7.
Okay, just the sooner the better. I really would like to get a gauge for the whole group. But come.
as we go in, I'll hold the door open for him and kind of like, like, after you, good sir.
Thank you.
And I'll look in real quick, see if the place looks like it's gonna rip my heart out and feed it to a cat.
Make a perception check for me.
Yeah, that's an 8.
8. Well, it's definitely squalid in here. You see inside. It's low lit, but you do see like a fireplace off on the one side and some faint torch light off some of the pillars that make here. It's a bar. There's barkeep, and there's 3 other patrons in here that you can see immediately. Off to the side, huddled on one corner. Yeah, that's what you see.
Kind of look back at the cart, raise my hand, like, just walk in.
Yeah, as he goes in, he says, Eric, two pitchers, please. And you kind of see the bartender, who you get a better look at him now. It's like this pudgy little man with like a bald head. He goes, and sort of begins grabbing some stuff from behind the counter. The man beckons you down into a booth on the side, lets you sit on the one side.
I was about to say, if he beckons me down to a cellar, I'm leaving.
No, it's just a booth and then off on the side, and he says, so, I must inquire about your desire to go and help Irena, and I mean not to be brash. Are you working for Strahd?
No. Not that I'm aware of.
Make a persuasion check.
12 plus 7.
Okay. When did you come in? And for what reason did you come in?
People needed some help here from what they told me, so I accepted. Made my way to Barovia, and when we got here, we heard that the mayor, his daughter required aid of some kind, so here I am.
Well, I do not know you personally, but your character does not scream someone that I should not trust, so I am willing to put my trust in you if you are with me. My name is Ismark Kolyanovich. The burgomaster is my father, and Irena is my sister.
Oh, so I could definitely understand the hesitation once we brought up the name.
Yes, the devil has his infatuation with her that she is in need of help. I agree with you on this. We cannot stay here. It's not safe for her.
What was his name again?
His name was Ismark. Ismark.
Oh, well, what do you mean you can't stay here? Is there someplace you are trying to go? Or?
There is a place that I would like to take her, yes. I'm not in a position to leave Barovia myself. It is in need of leadership in these dire times, and we are struggling enough as is. We sit under the shadow of Castle Ravenloft. I'm sure you have seen it, and you remember coming in. The castle, on a clearer day, is visible off on the one side. It's far away, but it does gaze down upon the village.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the girl, is that the same girl from the letter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So I have a question for you, Ismark.
Yes.
Is your sister a vampire?
No, she's not. In full transparency, she is visited by the devil. On occasion,
okay.
She resents him. She does not want him to be present in her or our lives at all, but the vampire is a powerful creature, and he has his vice.
Well, just curious, because we also found this letter on our way in yesterday.
A letter, please. May I?
I think I still have it. I think I gave it to Lauren. I'm not sure.
I think I looked at it, but gave it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Then I'll give it to him.
Okay, yeah, he takes it and reads it. This is definitely my father's handwriting. He gave it to a man, Delvan. Where is he now?
Oh, so that's the poor soul's name.
Ah. Well, he did not return to the village, I assumed the worst, but he had been gone for only a week. If you and your kin would be so kind, there is a town, not here, a little further away. Its name is Vallaki. It is fortified. I believe that she may be safe there if you are willing to transport her there with your caravan that you have traveled with. It would mean a lot to me.
Well, about that, we were just being dropped off. The person who brought us here, he has other business that he must attend to. Can I insight this guy to make sure he is like he? I get the sense that he is like who he says he is.
Absolutely.
Well, I rolled a nat 1, so.
Yay.
Stranger in a bar.
Stranger.
Stranger danger is what they say, so I'll take my leave. No, I'm kidding.
Goodbye, sir.
Good day, sir. I could go talk to him. I'm sure we probably wouldn't have a problem doing it, but as far as the transportation goes, I'm pretty sure the man who brought us here has other pressing matters he must attend to.
Yes, the roads are dangerous, but if you travel in a group, then they should be, they should be much safer, especially with great heroes such as yourselves who are brought in by a call for adventure or a desire to help people. It is very noble.
Definitely not what the wolves thought yesterday, but I see what you mean, I suppose.
Yes, well, the wolves mostly do work for the vampires, so you do have to be careful. So, when will they be joining us?
I am going to chug my glass. I'll go see where they are.
No way I step foot in there. I don't trust this guy.
Yeah, he kind of. Oh, well, there's no hubbub here. Eric, if you'd mind watching the table, I will come with you.
All
And
right.
He gets up. He gets up. In the meantime, did the rest of you go back to the mansion? Or did you wait around?
I think we were gonna. At least I was gonna actually. I don't know what everybody else is gonna do.
Oh, are we going to the mansion? Fuck yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
You're going
Can
to
we
the
just
mansion?
leave Malin at the bar?
Why don't you go check that out, man? Let us know. And it's like they just leave. I'm like, well, I'm not trusting that mouthy fellow ever again.
So, Stanimir kind of goes, okay, if you insist. And he starts leading the horses down. Coming down this road down here. The thing that you immediately noticed as you came in, well, as again this day as you did yesterday, ever perforating, this slow like coming from one of the houses down here, and you pass it. It's this house right here. This mournful wail just hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped all night, and it's still going.
As we pass the house, can I like peek in the window from the back of the cart, or?
Yeah, make a perception check.
A D20. Poo-poo. It's bad. 5.
5. I mean, it's a squat house. You see weeds overgrown in the front. It hasn't been taken care of the best. The front door is open.
What is it, Garpantis?
I feel bad for who was ever crying in there. Madam said they might need help as well, but Irena why'd I say Helena? Irena seems to be the more pressing matter.
Yeah, maybe we can help her afterwards.
And so you travel onwards. Yeah, as you come up to it, you see this old, like weary looking mansion. Kind of it has like a gated front, these iron gates that are in themselves kind of rusty and old, and the left one is kind of ripped off the hinge. It's kind of ever so faintly hanging on the lower hinge, but the front of the top half of it is down and off to the side, and the other one is kind of like swinging lazily in the wind a little bit, faint drops of dew and water clinging to its ferrous form. The house itself, as you look inwards, weeds are just like they're everywhere in the front, like garden almost leading up to the steps that mark the entryway. Everyone make a perception check.
Hey, there we go. 23 for nat 20 to a 23.
Ooh.
21.
14.
Yeah,
All of you, great. All of you, as you go up, you see the grounds themselves, although covered in weeds, some of them they have patches that are put down. Some of them have prints. And Alarin, you instantly pick up on wolf prints. There are some human footprints as well as a number of like blackened marks in the plant life. Fire has been taken to some patches of the outside of the mansion here. As you look forward into the mansion, it's 2 stories tall, wide, a number of windows that kind of like gaze out at you, and you look inside to see like the darkness, but curiously enough, not one of them has a pane of glass in. The occasional jagged shard, but almost all of them are devoid of anything barring them, except for the occasional like plank of wood that is physically stopping anything coming through. You roll up and see those barricades, but the front door, there is a line to the front door that you can make your way around the barricades. If you take your time, you're of enough intelligence to make your way around.
Looks a bit drafty.
I wonder if she's still in there.
Hello? Are you in there?
With your very high perception checks, you do hear faint like footsteps up to the door. And there's a moment of hesitation before you hear a voice call out, "Who is it?"
I don't know. Stop asking.
We come to help Irena.
Who do you serve?
Not the vampire.
Prove it.
How?
Swear off your allegiance to him. Convince me.
I swear I don't serve the vampire.
It
I heard
is
2 voices.
my purpose to kill the vampire.
I've never even met him.
Who sent you to this place?
Why, my father, you.
Oh, that makes more sense now.
You didn't catch on to that. From meta knowledge that we didn't have.
Oh my god, I'm looking.
Someone didn't watch the trailer.
Adam Eva.
Okay, so Alarin's kind of leading this, right? Leading this. Yeah. So Alara, make a persuasion check.
Okay.
You can do it. Nope, you can't do it with advantage because you are kind of being ailed by the fact that there is very clearly a zombie man who has no idea what the fuck he's saying.
I have a wedding veil on.
So just a straight persuasion roll.
All right.
Nobody-
I feel like if she sees this, it should
That's
be
12.
disadvantage.
That's a 12.
Yeah.
You see, you hear this faint like, and an eye peeks around the corner and looks at you, Alarin, looks at you, Gar, and then looks to the zombie before. Go away!
Oh, I have a better one. The wolves attacked us on the way here. They work for him, right? Why would they attack us if we work for him?
Look at
I
his
do not
arm.
believe you.
Well, Garfantis, you want
Just show her your fucked up arm.
What did you ask?
Well, no, I guess you shouldn't break the door down. That
I
wouldn't
don't
help.
think she'd like
Oh
that.
shit. Okay.
I don't think she'd like that.
Wait, are we sure it's a she right now, or it sounds like a man's voice, right?
It's definitely a female voice.
I
Oh.
think that's just the DM's
Yeah, it's just me.
voice not being able
I
to go
need
into that
to-
register.
Yep. Can't
need
do
to
wolves,
clear out
can't
my
do female
ears.
voices.
As someone who often plays female characters, I understand.
Oh yeah, I could never.
But I can do this.
We
When you do that wolf howl, I just imagine someone in the background going, "Ooh."
Yeah, just it's a group of wolves and they're all, ooh, fucking slay.
We tried our best.
you want to see my bloody arm from where the fucking wolf bit me?
It is at this point
I
that
see
the
my
voice,
bloody arm.
the voice just goes completely silent. Back to Malin and Ismark. You guys leave the tavern.
Oh my god.
And he walks outside and he goes, I knew it. I should not have
Mom, one of
trusted that.
myself. One of myself. Well, I'm never trusting the mouthy one again.
Well, to the mansion we go.
That's more than likely where they went. I apologize, Ismark.
Yes, well, it does not bode well for your group, but we will see how it goes. When you guys walk by, you also hear the moaning coming from that house.
What's the story there? We heard it yesterday as well.
Oh, that is Mary. The residents call her Mad Mary.
Mary.
She is in pain, but well, she will breathe and move on.
You say she is ailed by a form of madness.
Some people believe so. Her daughter has recently gone missing.
Oh, I could see where that would leave any parent disturbed.
Some have tried going in and talking to her, but few lack the gentle touch that I think is needed. I don't know. It's not currently within my realm of expertise to talk to people like that. What the fuck is that? And you watch as he's looking over and he kind of sees the back of an
Locks
undead
him up.
head.
Oh,
I have
oh,
on a
he's-
veil.
And the back of, yes,
the
you do
veil
have
covers
on
your
a
fucking face,
unbleached
right?
Veil.
Yeah, but the woman in the house saw.
And yeah, he does also see
know,
the back of an elephant head, and he
Well, is it a
begins
white
picking
veil?
up pace. Is this your group?
yes, it's an odd group. Yes, I understand.
My dear morning lord. And he begins walking up. You kind of see him grasping the hilt of the sword as he's running up, and you see Stanimir, who is still there, clocks you guys arriving, and he kind of intercepts and says, "No, please. They are not folk, but they are not of harm. I assure you of this." And he's gonna roll persuasion if you want to aid in any way.
Yeah,
you can
I'll
do so.
it's like, yes, as long as I've known them, they've done no one any harm.
Yes, and we have known him for days.
Shut up, dead guy. I mean,
Yeah, he kind of looks around. This is the group that was invited in? The Sanime says, yes, I know their appearance is strange, but they do mean well.
Lauren will see the new guy and be like, "Will you tell this woman to open the goddamn door?"
Lauren, It's probably not the best way to get into someone's house.
I'll also
Just to-
warn you, I have harmed many. As the earrings jangle on his ears, he moves his head back and forth.
I've not tried, but I could probably harm.
I did say since I've known them.
Shitheads for no reason.
You fucking assholes.
Can you promise me that no harm will come to my sister by these fools that you carry with you?
I look at all three of them. I look back and I will go, I swear on my life that they will not do her any harm.
So they have not tried to break the door down, and that is a sign.
It's a good thing we didn't go with that plan.
If times were not so dire, I would not be trusting you all. Please move aside. And he kind of shoots.
Oh, by the way, that's, I walk up to Lauren. I was like, yes, that's Ismark, her brother. You know, the guy who invited us in for a drink.
Is he adopted too,
thank you
or
for
is he
looking into that.
biological?
Yes, it's the strangest thing. I could have sworn someone said that they would hold tight for just a second while I went in there and scoped it out.
Oh, I thought I just told you to go in and scope it out. I don't think I ever said I'd wait.
Interesting.
But I'm glad you're okay.
You go up and you see him walk up to the door and doof, doof, doof. Irena, it's me. You may open the door. And there is a moment before the many locks, begin to undo. And the door begins to creak open. And that same eye and like the side of the head creeps out. Are you sure we can trust them? They are not all human. No, but times are dire, I'm afraid, and you cannot stay here, you know this. You see her untrusting eyes look back to her brother and find solace in his opinion. All right. And she makes her way into the door before he opens it wide and so stands there. Please, come in. We will talk inside.
I walk in, take off my hat, kind of put it to my chest and bow to Irena.
Yeah, as you walk in, you kind of get full visage of her. You see her, very, very, very pretty, very attractive woman. Long auburn style hair. These piercing like brown eyes, not in a menacing way, but kind of like in a striking way. She kind of wears these nice reds, but has her own set of armor and a sword at the ready for her, as well as a bluish white scarf that she has wrapped around her neck. Seeing you come in and bow, she nods, but doesn't make a gesture towards you.
Oh, real quick, Equa, would Alara know if being bit by a vampire, like, does it turn you into one, or?
Good question. Make a history check for me. History or nature, I'll allow both.
Okay. History for a 16.
Yeah, some people are more resistant to vampirism than others. So the number of bites can vary. For those weaker of spirit, one is sometimes enough. For those stronger, more is needed.
Gotcha. Oh, he'll say, just for my friend's safety, you're not a vampire yet, are you? We heard you were bitten.
Where did you hear that from?
You got the letter, don't you, Malin?
Yes, I showed it to your brother. Apparently, the poor soul didn't make it very far. I heard your father had sent this letter with him. As I hand her the letter.
Yeah, she takes it. Yes. He meant well with this, I am sure. No, I am not a vampire. I can promise you of this. but
Spray some garlic juice in her face. No,
I do fear for myself. And she kind of pulls the scarf down, and you do see 2 bites on the side of the neck.
Lauren will insight check her.
Yeah, make an insight check.
Because I learned to do that now.
You're a real D&D player now.
I feel like in this campaign we're going to be inciting a lot of people.
Yeah, right?
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it was 17.
17. Yeah, she seems to be definitely scared, and protective of this information. She is almost ashamed of it, but she's genuine. She does not believe that she's a vampire.
Okay, gotcha. So how can we help you?
Apparently your brother said that you were looking to leave.
Yes, this is a decision that we have both come to. I'm afraid that there is... The only thing holding me here would be him, and I fear not even he can protect against the devil himself. Malin, your passive perception's decent, right?
That's
and
a
you,
12, I think.
Yes.
Grizz, your passive perception's pretty good as well. huh?
Yeah. It's 14.
So you both see it off in the next room. Particularly you, Grizz, you kind of on the nose pick up the faint scent of dying flowers, almost like flowers that have been left out for a few days. They are not growing anymore.
Those should be planted.
Oh. Right. No, we are using them for a different purpose. Come. And the 2 of them lead you off into the next room, and you see fashioned on a table in there a makeshift recent coffin, decorated with flowers and candles, and inside, although the lid is closed, the 2 of you particularly do pick up the faint scent of death.
My condolences.
Who was that?
I'm assuming that is the burgomaster.
Oh,
Yes, it is. Recently, in the past week or so, our mansion has been under attack by wolves and ghouls and servants of the devil. We have fortified as best as we can, but our father's heart could no longer take the onslaught, and he died but a few days back. The attacks have since stopped, but it is not safe here, not in this house. Not under the gaze of the castle.
So, my question is, if we go to move you, pretty sure you're being watched, if he has taken a liking to you.
Everyone is watched in this place. It does not matter who you are or where you come from. He sees all.
also, if we're gonna move you, are you gonna send your father off first, or are you taking him with you?
You, at this point, you see Ismark, who is the guy, begin talking, and he says, I believe it is safer if she were just to go, before she cuts him off and says, No, I will not leave until he is buried, and respects are given. If we can take him up to the church tonight, the service can be given. They are not attacking me, not anymore. We will survive another day. And you see him kind of like look down, and the brow furrows. I don't know. I understand this means a lot, but your safety is important. Before she retorts, Ismark, I am not going.
You should listen to your brother.
But she's trying to respect her father. I agree.
The people here will do terrible things to you. They are cruel.
I still haven't gotten a handle on what his deal is.
The villagers are... They're not the keenest on me, but they have not thrown insults or worse at me.
I missed something because I was in the bathroom, clearly. I thought she said the villagers were attacking her.
No.
Okay.
No, it's servants of Strahd have been attacking the mansion.
I thought they said, okay, I thought she was saying the town folk.
The villagers are afraid of her.
Got it.
But they're not attacking her.
Then my point stands. People do bad things when they're scared.
It will be okay. It will be fine, because you all will be there to protect her, yes?
Absolutely.
Yes, and I know this is kind of a gross thing to do, but even if the villagers were to attack, it would probably benefit to be somewhat snide in remarks towards them. If the devil, as you call him, has taken a liking to her, all you have to do is remind people that if they do harm her, it probably wouldn't be a good idea given the fact that the devil would probably want some form of revenge.
Yes, you are correct. Please, before we leave, although I must stay when you depart for Vallaki, if that is okay, we must grieve our father. We must pay respects. There is a church on the northern side of Barovia. If we are all to go there, we can protect my sister. We can bury our father, and then you may leave. If that is okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate this more than you know. If there is anything that you need to do here in the village, I implore you do it now. We will pack things and get ready to go. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I guess I'll just kind of bow and step outside on the front porch.
Yeah, what's everyone else doing?
Alarm just kind of like, just sort of get stuck in that room with the coffin. Just be kind of quiet and thinking about everything. Just trying to stay out of the way.
Why do you linger, Lauren?
Well, my father's getting a little old. And I just don't like to think of it, and it kind of reminds me. I mean, when he passes, most people, they're probably only around for another few decades, but for me, when he passes, I'll be around for another century or two. It's just, I just don't like to. I just wonder what it'll be like without him, because he's, always been there for me.
Are you raising your hand, or?
I put my hand on Alarin's shoulder. My father is dying too.
Oh, you have a father?
Yes.
Oh, well, where is he?
He's in the mist. We cannot get to him now.
Oh, is he okay? Is he rapidly fading, or is it more of a slow? 'Cause you did say he was dying.
I do not know. He says there is nothing I can do.
Well, you're still gonna try to do something, aren't you?
Yes.
I like that. Well, here's to getting back to our fathers.
Where?
Well, somewhere. I think mine's probably in a different place from yours, but
Well,
I'll see what I can do to help you find yours. If that's something you really want to do.
I know where he is. We just can't get him now.
Yeah, well, we do have all this to deal with here, so.
Yeah.
I
But thank you.
wonder if Malin's looking for his father. Because I'm trying to find my home where my father is too.
Fun fact about my parents.
Are they in the mist?
I'm outside, so.
No, I'm talking to Garfantis.
Oh.
I don't think so, no. They're in a hidden oasis that we're not sure where to find it yet.
Did they Joe Dirt your ass?
Yes. No, I was stolen.
In about 6 episodes' time, they're gonna come through and be like,
We're on vacation.
The oasis is 300 feet back that way.
What do you mean, Oasis?
The Loxodon live in hidden paradises throughout the Sword Coast. Very hard to find. They hide away there in secret from the world, but I was stolen at a young age. I haven't been there for 48 years.
Oh. That is like my home. Perhaps we are meant to be a pack.
What the fuck? That's... I didn't...
Hey, Ismark.
Ah,
I was looking for them
quite
in
dashing.
the handout section, and I was like, they're not there. There's Ismark, and there's Irena.
Oh, I'm about to go full bore.
damn.
Tommy, keep your mouth shut.
He meant to say that after he saw Ismark.
Definitely not.
Oh man, they both look awesome though.
Yep.
Oh. All right.
I'm gonna go. How long did they say it was gonna be?
Not long.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
You have time to do one thing if you want to.
No, what I want to do is gonna take a little longer than that. So I'm just gonna hang out on the porch
Okay.
and
Sure.
drink from a flask.
Yeah, you hang out on your porch and sip a little wine that you got from the Vistani.
That's that good shit.
Yeah, and as you do so, looking out into the street ahead of you, accompanied by those low, mournful wails, is the only real sound that hits your ears. That's where we're gonna take a break. So, yeah, you'll go pee, you'll go get snacks, eat a muffin, and we'll be back here in a couple minutes to continue the story. Bye. Welcome back. So, we return with Mayon on the steps of the Burgomaster's mansion and the rest of the group inside of the mansion, standing next to the enclosed corpse of the previous Burgomaster, Colin Indirovich, next to Ismark and Irena. What would you all like to do, if anything, or would you like to get ready to go to the church?
Yeah, just help them get ready or whatever they need, really.
Okay.
If they're willing to accept my help.
Yeah. So, a point of order here, Malin. Stanimir comes up to you and says, "It is my time to leave. So I shall return to the encampment. But if you are ever in need and you need to return there, our Vistani will be more than willing to house you and treat you as a guest."
Oh, yes, question about that. Do y'all usually travel around, or do you keep your camp in one spot?
Many of us do travel. Yes, it is a part of some of our lifestyles, but some choose to stay and to work in various cities or with other people. It really depends on who has the wanderlust and who does not.
I'm just curious if you do move your camp, how we would be able to find you again.
I don't believe that our camp will move. We have been stationary for a long time, centuries almost. So ours should stay. It should.
All right. Well, be careful on the roads, I suppose.
Thank you.
You said you're heading out of the mist.
Yes, just for a few days, and then I will return.
All right. Well, see you.
Go ahead.
No, I just said see you soon, I suppose.
Yeah. He nods and jumps back on the wagon. You see that while you guys were in there, he has detached a red keep, so he hands him over to you. And then, yeah, the wagon sets off.
I'm gonna look at Red Keep, be like, can't believe you left me, boy.
That one horse eye just looks back at you because they go from the side. And yeah, inside, Ismark turns to you, Gar. We are going to have an issue with carrying this coffin. You seem like a man of strength. If you would please aid us in this.
Yes, of course.
I would appreciate that, thank you. Make it just a general strength check for me to see if you can do it by yourself. It's
General strength check.
It's a person, but it's dead weight, so...
Is it a stone coffin or is it like a wood coffin?
It's a wooden one.
9.
You got a 9 on your strength check?
If it's athletics, it would be 11.
That's still shit, dude. What the
I
fuck?
rolled bad. What do you want from me? I
Yeah,
can lift a ton of weight, but I just got a bad roll. It's a hard thing to, it's the weight is not evenly distributed in this coffin.
Right, yeah. You go to lift it up, and you can lift up one side with ease, and the other side does not come so easily. So he will help you carry it if you need to.
Oh.
What? What is it?
I was going to help. It is
How?
strange. You kill tree to put dead in tree. It is beautiful.
Okay. Thank you. How would you like to help?
I was going to lift with
Oh.
Gar.
Yes. If you would like to try. Sure. Make strength check.
Oh, I was just gonna say I was gonna help Gar.
Sure, that's fine.
So does he want to roll then?
You can, yeah, that's fine.
Hey, that's a 24.
So it's the same thing. You instead pick up the other side, and with your help, he manages to lift most of the coffin off the ground. You kind of just have to walk with it, and lifting up like the one corner, but it's not much weight for you. Right, is everyone ready to go?
I believe so.
Your friend on the outside, he's ready as well.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be okay. He'll follow.
Okay. Please, I will lead the way. And he walks out the door, lifting it open, and like these two doors have to be held open by the two Kolyanas or Kalinovich. Malin, you see them coming through. Gar lifting the coffin.
I ignore him and run away. No, kidding. Yeah, I'll start following him.
Yeah, and so the funeral march essentially begins as you guys make your way down the street.
I'll play a little solemn tune on my lute.
Mm-hmm. It is almost fitting that the crying of Mad Mary should be ever present here as you guys walk down the street, down into the main crossroads of the town right here. And
Down on the corner?
onwards.
Yeah, out in the street.
You take a left up here and up to the church. And as you go, some of the residents here are outside, one or two, and they watch you go. And you kind of get the sense there are a number of reactions. Now, the interesting thing here is that not everyone really gives one. Some people look and just look away. Some people note Gar, and there is a twinge of confusion, of apprehension. Some people note Grizz, and there is a twinge of fear.
You can call my character by his name if you would like to.
But no one has decided on his name in game, so I don't want to fucking do it.
His name is Drogden. Okay. Okay.
Find a moment,
Just
Grizz.
say
Find
it.
a moment to play it.
Say it out of it's fine. But I do like as we're walking down this way. I want to see if I see Argyle.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Not great. Well, it's a 10. So something.
You look around. You do not see, as you go, the visage of any man who would match the description of Aragel. Yeah, most people here do not react in the same way that a normal person would. Almost all of them really only react with fear of Drowden. It's confusing, Grizz. You made a confusing character. Well done.
It's not that hard.
But you march upwards and forwards, coming up the hill, the wide road, giving way on either side to grass again. And as you climb, you eventually come to the outside of the church. Baka, if dynamic lighting doesn't work for you, tell me and I will see what I can do. So you come to the outside of the church. The church is... It's a stone building, mostly. Aspects of wood that itself has seen the passage of time and slight damage to it in like structural beams and the roof. But beyond like the passage of time affecting the construction here, this building has weathered assaults, for lack of a better word, for a long time, and it's weathered many. It's beaten down extensively. Part of the roof is missing on the front. Bits of wood and stone crumbled and fallen and sprayed outwards even into the road itself. There is kind of like this large bell tower on the back end that is less so damaged, but still worn, and you can see through a couple of holes in the roof and in the stone itself. There is light like shining through from the inside. As you approach and you see the doors at the front here, right there, you see that they are afflicted by claw marks, scratch marks themselves. I am, since you guys are here, I'm going to add where is he? Named NPCs. I'm going to add for you
Strahd.
one Ismark and one Irena.
He has a red background. That means he's a bad guy.
Normally it does. Different rules for this campaign because they're all pre-made tokens.
Aelin shanks Ismark because he's a bad guy. No.
Oh, what do we do now?
Well, we should talk to the priest, Donovich. He should be inside. Please, I will open the doors, but I don't know where we should put him. Bring him inside. We will find a place. And he walks up with Irena next to him. And they go ahead and open the doors inwards. You guys may move your tokens into the interior if you choose to.
I'll show you how to use doors.
I don't fucking know how that shit works.
Yeah.
Great, so...
Is that a monkey? Oh, it's a man. Okay,
It's like, oh, we already
zoomed
found
way
him.
out. I was like, hey, there's the monkey guy.
No, the doors open to reveal immediately in front of you, like this small hallway, 10 foot wide, 20 foot long. It's to scale on the map. And beyond that, there is this lit, like, hall or chapel, I guess. There, as with any building in the village, there is kind of this faint smell of mold in every purveying step that you go for. There are 4 doors that you can't quite see, but one of them is here, one of them is here, one of them is next to you, Meyore, and one is next to you, Dragon. There are, 4 of them, basically.
4
on one
doors
each
and
side.
7 steps to go.
And as you look inwards to see the chapel itself, you kind of make out the altar that is at the end of the hall, and behind it you kind of hear these faint, low songs of prayer. There is a guy kneeling behind the altar who is praying. As the sounds of footsteps on stonework echo through the chamber, you see him stop and slowly get upwards, and you see him in his visage. He is an older guy, probably like late 40s, early 50s. Religious garments that would dictate his higher hierarchy here in the church. He's a priest. Sort of wider nose and sunken eyes. He turns back to you all and says, "Hello, Ismark, Irena, what are you doing here?" And you can tell immediately his voice is hoarse and croaky. You see Ismark step up and say, "I know it is not convenient, Donovich, but our father has passed and we would like to inquire about the burial." "I see. My condolences to you. Who are these people that join you?" And they make way over to the side here so you guys can get through, should you choose to.
Shall approach.
Yeah, as you guys approach, Gar, as your foot kind of hits the stonework, and there's a faint creak of wood from below where the rafters are like supporting up the floor, and this faint, you kind of hear a voice come from below you, there is a person or a voice underneath the stonework, and you hear it call up and say, "Father, I'm hungry."
Somebody's looking for food down there.
Yes, please ignore that. It's I will deal with that. Please, come. Your name is...
My name is Garfontis, but you can call me Gar.
Good to meet you, Gar. This is the Burgomaster you are carrying.
Yes.
Please, you may set him down on the floor.
I set him down nicely.
Yeah, easy enough to do. I'll say introductions are made between all of you, and he, even with Draugden, there's that hesitation that always comes with any time you meet a new person, but he is, you know, he gets past it a little quicker than most, seeing everyone around, and especially in the company of Ismark and Irena.
Plus, you can't see through my veil, so.
Are you getting married? Should I be officiating this union?
This
Who
a
is the
serious
groom?
inquiry?
Yes.
Marriage.
I see. Well, we can bury the Burgomaster, the late Burgomaster, in the morning. I insisted we wait until after the moon has passed over and it is dawn. As you know, nighttime is dangerous here, and yes, we should wait until dawn.
I'll look over at the siblings. Is this something you want to do? So, would you like to wait until morning?
Yes. I don't think that it is... If Donovich says that it's not possible before then I will respect that. We should be safe here, as far as I'm aware.
Really? Did you see the damage to the chapel? Seems like it's
Yes.
taken quite a few attacks.
The vampire cannot come here. This church has withstood a number of assaults along its extensive life. We will be okay. Give me 2 seconds.
No.
So back. So the Kolyanas, or the Kolyanoviches, they agree to stay the night. What do you guys want to do?
I guess. I mean, at least Alarin is fine with staying here then, since we're trying to protect them. Where can we set up? Do I just sleep on the floor over here, or?
Right. There are a few beds here. If you would choose to, you may sleep back in the village. But before you do, I must inquire, the tall one, Garfantis, if you wouldn't mind helping me dig the hole.
I could do this.
Thank you. If we are to leave, may I trust you to stay here and to not wander?
I don't think I'll just stay here in the church.
Okay.
I'll go with you and Garfantis. Just make sure you have an extra set of eyes out there.
Yes, of course. Thank you. And so they, you guys begin to leave. As you leave, you hear that same voice come from below the chapel floor. But instead of it saying anything this time. It just goes, ah.
Word.
Oh, did you need to get him food before we go?
No, I'm afraid not.
Oh. Pardon for asking, Vicar. Let's continue.
Yes, please come. And so you guys leave, and you begin walking around the side of the church itself, going into like the back end of it, which is a cemetery. And yeah, I mean it's tightly packed, as it is. You know, the gravestones are close together, and they are many. There is kind of a faint layer of fog that seems to encompass it and sort of trickle inwards, but it's quiet, you know. And he sort of leads you around to a small shed and begins pulling out shovels. Hands on over to you.
I know a place over here.
And he takes you to a spot, and you can begin digging if you like. And while you are doing so, is there anything that you want to talk to him about?
I think I'm okay. Just watching over people. Gar?
I already talked to him about the person under the floorboards. He didn't seem to care, so...
You didn't ask him about it. You just said, should you feed him?
Yeah, that's all I wanted to ask about it. What do you... We've been hearing screaming in the town. Do you know anything of that? It seems to be the same person both times.
It's cocked.
I'm afraid not. I have not left the church in some time. What seems to be the person or the location?
They were in a house on the street that leads up to the Burgermeister's mansion there.
This could be any number of people. I'm afraid it's...
I believe her name was Mary.
I don't think...
Yes. Mary lives with her daughter Gertruda in this house. There is little else that I know of them. They come sometimes to attend. Well, Mary comes sometimes to attend service, but I rarely see Gertruda at all. It is my understanding that she... Yes, perhaps. If there is an issue, I'm sure that would go a long way.
Just be careful. She was howling like a banshee for a while.
No, I did hear that. Are you implying you're not going to come with me when I go to help her?
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard, Garfantis. I thought you were telling him he should check on her.
No, I think we should.
No. Yes, I will join you.
And so yeah, you guys begin digging. The rest of you, sitting in the church, the coffin is placed down in the center of the room, sort of in front of the altar. So that I don't have to fuck with Baka. Let's just move these guys to the GM layer. That'll do.
Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, is there anything that you guys want to do here?
I yell down at the floorboards.
Sure, what do you yell?
There's something in particular you're wanting.
I'm hungry!
Yes, but I got that. But for what? Is there a specific thing that you would like to eat?
Come down, bring me food.
I have a feeling if I do that, I'll regret it.
The door is in the room at the bottom on the right as you come in.
I will go. He
Yeah, let the dead
seemed
guy die again. Fuck
to
it.
know my name.
What?
He said earlier.
Oh.
Okay.
This is so confusing.
So, everyone cool with him leaving? Cool.
I'll go down there with him.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, I'm keeping my distance from him though, because he's a fucking zombie.
Do you want the other two to come with? Do you inquire of them, or do you want to just leave him here?
No, wait, like Garpanthus and them?
No, the Collianas.
No, they're in mourning. I gotta leave them alone.
Okay, sure. So you guys, you take yourself down to this part of the map, and the door you're looking to go into is right here. Just gonna double check if it's locked or not.
I just went through it.
I do not believe it's locked anyway.
I will drop myself outside of it.
It's not locked.
Yeah, I just want to get in front of Malin because I'm a more frontliney than him.
Nah, let me die.
So you guys enter into the room, and what you are greeted to is a hole in the roof. To start off with, there's a hole in the roof right above you, and in that hole being there, the floor has damp patches of water that just have rested stagnant here. Bits of rubble and wood splintered onto the ground around, and a trapdoor in the corner of the room. The trapdoor itself has a chain on top of it, which is padlocked. And at a quick glance, you in particular, Dragden, get this. With the passage of time and water being so close in proximity to the wood, it has swelled, and so the door is almost swollen shut. You could probably force it open if you gave enough strength to it. But yeah, that's what you see.
The wood is bloating, like the corpse of their father. Likely.
It's a little insensitive, but I understand the. Yes, I understand you. It is that door has a chain on top of it. I recommend we don't mess with that.
Is a door.
Yes, it's a horizontal door, as it were. It allows you to go down instead of just straight through.
Hello?
Yes.
Where are you?
Come down the door.
It is locked.
Break it.
I would suggest you do not do that, my good dead fellow.
Why?
Both of you make intelligence checks for me.
No.
Oh no.
Gosh, well, there
8.
goes that one. Where's my other?
8. What'd you get, Malin?
Oh, there it is. Intelligence, you said?
Yes, sir.
Intelligence saving throw or
Just
intelligence
check.
check? Just check.
Oh, oops, sorry. 6.
I got an 8.
Got an 8.
Got an 8, son.
Never mind. As you were.
Well, if you do not want us to go down there, I
No,
will not.
come down. Come down.
Dead fellow. Whatever. Yes, I guess that will do. You see that door is locked on the top, which means that person is currently trapped down there. And seeing as how this place is giving me the fucking creeps, it's probably not wise to undo that lock and proceed any further.
Come down.
Ooh. Are you trapped down there? Did the priest
Don't.
Go ahead.
Trap you.
Yes! And I am so hungry.
What is it that you really prefer to eat?
Calm down.
That was persuasive way to get somebody to know to fucking dodge their questions.
Yeah, like it would really help if you told me what it was that you preferred to ingest for your nutrition.
If you bring food down, I would be grateful. Just bring it down.
Question: would you call me food? I'm a healthy human.
If you're offering, come down.
Okay, yes, dead fellow. Let us leave.
Yes. Like I said, some eat their own. Like lions and bears.
Wait. If you come down, I will tell you what happened, why I'm down here. Please, come down.
No.
This is my favorite interaction.
I do not think that I will go down.
Before we leave the room, I will just touch the trap door. You are beautiful. And then I'll leave.
You keep calling wooden objects beautiful. Why is that?
My father says that humans, what they make out of wood is beautiful.
Oh, yes, like my loot.
It's like discomforted, but you like like weirdly reaches out toward the loot.
Every time I give you bardic inspiration, it's going to be slight torture to you.
I motion toward the loot. You're beautiful.
You look pain when you say that.
No.
So you guys leave.
Yeah.
Go back up.
We would have to be stupid to go down there at this point.
Come down here. No.
As you go back up, you see Irena, who is currently like leaning against the back wall. Kind of watch you go by. I think that was a good call.
Yes, do you have any idea what could possibly be down there? I know it eats people, because it's clearly said that if I were to call myself food, it would, or offer myself as food, it'd happily accept it.
What do you think it could be?
A Draugr.
Perhaps.
A ghoul?
Perhaps. But I think the obvious is more likely.
A cannibal.
And she goes back to what she was doing.
Lion. No, I'm just kidding.
Keep naming things.
What is your fascination with lions and bears?
There
What
were
about
the-
tiger?
When I Google searched, it said those two animals were cannibals.
So you guys stay here as the sun transitions overhead to the point where it's almost sunset. Gar and Alarin, you get done digging the hole. And a gravestone is put in next to it. And you watch as, in this time, the time that it's taken, because it has taken a good few hours, Donovich, who is the priest, has gotten out a chisel and a hammer and has begun etching in the name Kolian Indirovich into the headstone.
Well, I appreciate you doing this favor for me, it will aid in the good burgomaster's burial, so I appreciate this. If you are staying tonight, which you are more than welcome, please let us return to the chapel.
Happy to be of service.
Of course.
And he leaves.
How far is the chapel from the town?
From the town, I'd say 1,000, 2,000 feet. It's not particularly far away. The idea being that you have a choice of which would keep Irena safer. This chapel, which has stood against attacks before for a long time, or the mansion itself, which has seen wear and tear, but also is standing currently.
Oh. I mean, Irena could stay here, but do you think we'd have time to go check in on Mary tonight, or should we wait? She seems like in a lot of distress.
Well, honestly, I think probably be better to just make sure that Irena gets through this at least, and then we can check on that other person maybe tomorrow before we head out or something like that.
Okay.
So you are staying here tonight?
It depends on what Irena would like. If she will be here, we'll be here.
I see.
And so he leads you back into the church, where you are met with your compatriots who've been hanging out for a few hours.
Oh, Father Priest.
Yes, child.
Question, is there a vampire in your basement?
He has been talking to you, hasn't he?
Oh, yes, he clearly wanted us to go there, and when I asked him if I was considered food, it seemed that I in sure shit was.
And he is still down there, you did not go? No?
Oh, no, no. I saw that there was a lock across the door, so I opted to not undo it.
I appreciate this. It was many months ago. A mage had come into town and was rallying the people against the vampire, the devil. My son, Doru, he was but 20 at the time, decided that he would go with and participate in the assault. I begged him not to, but he was insistent that times be changed. Where the mage was disappeared, most of the villagers fled, and some were turned by the vampire and his spawns. I have kept my son underground in this chapel for over a year now. He is unable to die, but I cannot feed him, for it may turn me too. So every day,
Wise choice.
all night, I pray to the Morning Lord to help me find a cure for him.
Is he chained up down there or just free to roam?
No, he is free to roam.
Oh, I guess that would make getting a blood sample a little hard. Oh, well, have you made any progress on a cure?
For the most part, I'm afraid my prayers have gone unanswered. I may beckon souls from this place onward, but I fear the Morning Lord may not do anything about his affliction.
Well, are there any legends of anyone turning back from the vampire?
I am afraid I do not know.
Can I this is something that you have to tell me in advance.
Mhm.
Well, I guess I could roll for it first, and then we'll see. Is there any way, like, would I know anything like that? A cure or a story of somebody who was cured? Because the angle I'd be taking is, then I would use my ability and see if my past life would know.
Right. Yeah, you can make a history check for me if you would like.
Okay.
Oh god, sorry,
Dirty.
didn't see you there.
Dirty 20.
Oh,
Dirty 20.
neither did I.
You haven't heard of anything. Doesn't mean it's not out there, but
I will search my brain. Like you watch these the veins in my head. It look like veins kind of start to squirm around, and you hear kind of like it's kind of a squish noise as my eyes kind of like glaze over. I want to add a 3 to that for a 23.
not that you've heard. So, it is my understanding that the young Miss Goliana was to possibly stay the night here, yes?
That is, up to her. What would you like to do, madam?
She kind of mulls it over for a minute. I think it would befit his memory if I could stand with him for just a night longer to say my goodbyes.
A final vigil.
Yes.
Well, if you wish to be with him, we will make sure no harm comes to you. If that's all right with everyone else.
All right by me.
Yeah, we can take shifts, keep an eye out, make sure no harm comes to you before dawn, and then we can put your father to rest.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, so, watches then, I suppose. You guys can all camp out on the floor here. Donovich does have a bedroom that he will go to, and you gather as well that his son, Doru, also has a bedroom, but he is not willing to let anyone stay there. So, who's taking first watch? And Ismark and Irena will assist if anyone would like to stay up with them.
I'll do the first one.
Okay, just yourself or anyone else?
I mean, I'll be up. I only have to rest for 4 hours, so I'll just be up with everybody until like the last whatever watches I had. Like,
cool. Yeah. So both of you go ahead and roll perception checks for me as the night ticks on.
ooh, that's good. 22.
22. Yeah, great. Malin?
I got a 13.
13. So, where are you guys positioning yourselves?
Right next to the beautiful lady. No, I'm kidding.
I think Drogden has like this like bad habit at night of just like walking because he just feels like wasting times, and I also feel like zombies would just roam around at night. So I probably just roam. It's very unsettling.
Be in the corner just picking away at my loot.
I probably just like I'm like "Urgh," as I
Sure.
roam around, you know.
So, the first thing, Drowden, you pick it up. Before bed, Donovich goes and he pulls Ismark over to the side. And he begins having a hushed conversation with him. But your ears are sharp, and you pick up on most of it. You hear him
Ah, you
say-
get it because you're an elf.
Ooh, ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum.
You hear him say,
So, what is the plan for you and the young miss? Are you going to take over as burgomaster, or is she?
and Ismark replies and says,
No, she's leaving this place. The devil has his sights on her, and it's not safe for her anymore. I have instructed them to take her to Vallaki. I hear it's fortified there.
And he returns and says,
Yes, I have heard the same thing. If you would like to offer her a more religious protection, the Abbey of St. Markovia is in Kresk. That could also work if Vallaki does not. Thank you, Donovich. I will remember this. Does she yet know about her origin here?
what do you mean?
Well, I assume she knows that she is adopted. That much is clear, but where she came from, does she know?
And he comes back and says,
I don't even know that I truly know. Well, she was found by your father on the eastern side of the Svalage Woods, near the Pillar Stone of Ravenloft. But the young girl, as I'm sure you do remember, but she did not have memory of the past. He knew this information, and so you should too now.
I see. Thank you, Donovich, but I don't know if she desires to know, I will tell her, but I don't know if she will.
I see. One other thing,
And he turns back to everyone.
please, whatever you do, stay inside the church at all times tonight.
Thank you. And he just scuttles off, and he, goes back in his bedroom, and Ismark kind of isn't really letting on that means anything. The other thing that happens tonight, and this is towards the end of your watch, as the early morning of the hours approach. You both kind of notice it at the same time, because Malin, you're sitting on the backside, right? But
Yeah.
this window right here, you just watch as there is a faint blue glow that just goes by. And then another one that kind of stays in the peripheral. It's not full on in the window, but like part of it begins to illuminate. And then the whole window illuminates, and so on and so forth. You guys go to look out the window. And you have eyes out to the cemetery, and you begin to see these faint, like, blue visages of people pulling themselves out of graves, standing upwards and turning their heads and looking towards Castle Ravenloft, off to the northeast. And then they begin walking in a line, in a transgression towards the castle. 10, 20 people, 25 people maybe, just walking.
That's something you don't see every day.
No. What are they doing?
Looks like they're walking towards that castle over there.
That is where the devil lives.
Yeah, you guys get a good look at them. They are, they're your average people, but they, some of them have armor, some of them don't. Many of them carrying great swords, bows, axes, a couple of dwarves in there. There's even a couple of mages with pointed hats and long beards, like the typical old wizard guy. A couple of them
Looks like Gandalf walking over there.
Yeah, they rise more and more, and they march towards the castle. And you watch it. You watch as they go, that blue light becoming smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller. But you in particular, Draugden, with your very high perception, you keep an eye on that light, and you watch as the light goes into the castle, and there's a couple minutes where nothing happens, and then off to the side and up on one of like the balconies or on the upper levels, maybe you see a blue light appear, and then it just falls down into a large like chasm or off a cliff.
I don't say much.
Okay. And so your watch concludes. Who's taking next watch?
Lauren will get up and do it.
I'll join him.
I'll take
And he'll
my rest then.
Okay.
And he'll ritual cast alarm on the door, like the front door. Before,
Yeah, sure.
I guess he'll just pace around the main part of the chapel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of you can roll perception checks if you wish.
All right. So
A dirty 20 for Gar.
Dirty 20. Sure, yeah.
Oh my god, I always forget where perception is. There it is. Okay, so that is a 4.
4. You, Alarin, are not thinking about that right now. You're not thinking about looking around. You're just in your own thoughts. Gar, you catch the very, very end of a couple of blue lights, just tossing down from Castle Ravenloft down to something below, but that's all you see. You don't see the start of it, just that very, very cliff end.
Are the lights falling from the castle there?
Oh. Really?
Blue lights fell from higher up in the castle.
What did they look like? Was it just a ball of light, or?
Yeah, from this far, just a blue light.
Oh, so strange. Wonder what's up with that.
I don't know. This is strange lands.
Is very true. Speaking of strange, Gar, can you come here for just a moment?
Yeah.
And he's gonna ritual cast detect magic again. Just trying to see if he can see that symbol on Gar's head again.
Yeah, you ritual cast State Magic and you see it.
Okay, and he's gonna try to copy that down in his book.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that.
Okay. Do I need
It's
to
some
roll
kind
anything,
of no. It's some kind of script. You just jot it down.
or- Gotcha.
Awesome. Oh, I thank you, Garfantis. I think I might see if the priest will know anything about this in the morning.
And then he'll just continue his watch.
Should we feed Bernadette?
Oh, yes, you're right.
You did such a good job. You should try again. I don't think she likes me yet.
We'll warm her up to you.
And so he'll get some berries and does Gar lower the cage or does Alarin climb up?
Yeah, he would take he doesn't have the bags on him unless he's traveling around. So
Okay, so I'll just be like,
All right, Bernadette. It's time for some more food from Alarin and Garfantis. Remember that.
Go ahead, roll your animal handling.
that is 11.
11. Let's set the DC here. So you got a 20 on your previous roll. We will roll insight, shall we? For the bird. Oh, it rolled really good. Yeah. You hold out the berries in your hand, and although the beak does not come out and grab them, the cage is open just enough for you to push them through if you so desire.
Okay, yeah, he'll just scoot him in there.
Yeah, you drop the berries in and you hear faint movement from within.
That's a good girl, Bernadette. Good girl.
And we'll keep on doing our watch.
She's gonna warm up to us. I think so,
I
Garfantis.
hope so.
Okay, so that concludes your watch, and then the last watch, I assume, is going to be Grizz, you? Unless you
yeah,
want
sure.
the humans to
Yeah,
take
yeah,
it.
I'm good.
Do you want anyone to join you on this?
Bernadette. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fine.
Nothing
Okay,
like
so
trying to tame a monstrosity, am I right?
roll your perception check for me.
10.
10. Yeah, you keep an eye out. Are you staying within the church itself, or are you leaving?
I'm really thinking about what to do here. Yep, I'm going for it. I'm gonna go back over to the trapdoor.
Okay. I should point out here, in the night, that talking from down beneath never stops. It's always a constant, I'm hungry, please feed me. So you walk over to the trapdoor.
I'm just gonna kind of like on hands and knees go up, like my face near the trapdoor.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You hear a movement from down beneath you. Hello?
You are like me.
I don't know you. What are you?
I'm a zombie. Sort of. Not
Yes.
really.
I am
don't
like
know.
you. Yes.
Why are you down there?
Bring me one of the humans. Bring them down, we can feast together.
No, I don't eat.
Oh. Then there is more for me.
What's your name?
I am Doru. What's yours?
Or I like that. I might take it.
Oh. I will let you if you give me a human.
No, they are my pack.
Then you may not take my name.
Okay.
What can I give you? Should you give me one of them?
What do you have to give?
What is it that you desire?
Nothing.
Everyone always desires something. What is it? You can tell me.
What do you know about wood?
I know so much about wood. Everything there is to know.
Roundabout.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah.
My insight's actually good, but it's only a 12.
You rolled a 12, okay.
Yeah.
Give me uno segundo.
This conversation with this NPC is always so roundabout. We should just bring him with so we can talk to him.
Yeah, he
Another box
he's
next to the
not-
cockatrice.
He's not being crazy truthful with you. He might know something about wood, but he's definitely trying to play it up.
Do you know how to save a tree?
Yes, yes I do. There needs to be a lot of sunlight and water, and sometimes there are more things that you need. I can tell you what those
Okay,
are.
thank you.
No.
Sunlight,
There's more than that.
water.
There's more than just that. Other things too. Hello? Come
I
on.
can miracle grow.
Okay, well that's I guess your conversation for the night.
That's it, I guess. He shouldn't have told me.
He could sense you were becoming distrustful. He wasn't confident in his lies. Okay, so that concludes your watch for the night. And in the morning, you all arise. Donovich enters back into the chapel from his bedroom. greets you all, says,
So, if everyone is ready, we may commence the ceremony.
Your son is very smart.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Well, Irena, are you ready to put your father to rest?
yeah, she and her brother both have been staying close to the coffin throughout the night. But you see her look of stoicism return.
I believe so, yes. This is the first step in the next journey.
Father, I have a question for you. Is it normal for the dead to come up out of their graves as glowing lights and march their way to Castle Ravenloft?
I see. Yes. Every night. It happens.
Quite peculiar.
Why do they fall off the castle?
It is difficult to say. Nobody truly knows, but the idea that I have is that these are the spirits of people not buried here. You know, some of their appearances, they predate anything that I know. But, the spirits of souls who have tried to destroy the vampire. And every night they arise, attempting to complete their quest. And yet, every night falling into the crypts of the castle. Come.
and he leads you all outside to the hole in the ground, the open grave. The coffin itself now residing on 2 ropes, so as to lower them down.
Please, if you will gather around, and we may begin.
And he begins praying out loud, prayers to the Morning Lord to beckon the soul from this realm to the next in peace, to leave no business left undone here in the mortal plane, and to make sure that the soul of the man is finally put to rest, that his children may live on in prosperity and happiness, and that they watch over the family. It's a gentle ceremony. Difficult to say what the turnout may be if it was not in such a quiet and hurried circumstance. But just between Irena and Ismark and the 4 of you, it's a serene moment, for sure. As the coffin is lowered into the ground, and the first mound of dirt is tossed on top. He watches the two of them kind of just like holding each other there for support, begin to turn away. Their faces solemn. And for you, Draugden, you are aware that the residents of Barovia rarely feel emotion, if any. Many of them only really feel fear, but these two, this is not the case. There is genuine sorrow here.
I do not know this feeling.
Well, this is grief. It It is the progression of love for a person when they are no longer with you. The love that you have for them, it stays, and it is affected with time. The grief will pass like a layer of oil above water, and soon all that will be left are the happy memories.
Ugh.
You hear Ismark say, "Thank you, everyone, for bringing us here and allowing us to do this. It was a good goodbye. And today I will return to the mansion and try to manage the town, the village, in our father's wake. You are all heading to Vallaki with Irena?
You all don't have to join, but I would like to stop back in town to check on Mary.
Of course, I can bring you there if you wish, and then allow you to meet up with the rest of this group.
Thank you. Yes, we would like to just make sure she's okay.
The village is small, it is not out of my way. Well, I feel as if our father has been done justice, and so if you are ready, we may leave.
Real quick, Lauren's gonna scoot over to the priest.
Before I go, Donovich, have you ever seen anything like this?
And he'll show him what he drew from Gar's symbol.
I'm sorry, child. I'm afraid I do not read this text, but it is text. And I believe the language itself could be infernal or abyssal, perhaps. I doubt it is of the origin of this plane.
Oh, okay. Well, came across it under some very odd circumstances.
If you wish to decipher this, there is another church, a chapel that is bigger than this. The Abbey of St. Markovia. It lies in Kresk. It is the third town or city of Barovia. Perhaps it would be worth going and speaking there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Father. Brings me a little bit of comfort.
Of
I
course.
hope you remain safe here. Hopefully not too many attacks.
Thank you, child. The morning Lord watches over us.
Could I have peered over the shoulder and seen the symbol?
Yeah, if you want to. What languages do you speak?
Common, Druidic, Elvish, and Infernal?
It's not infernal.
Ah, okay.
God.
Lauren will just head over to Ismark.
Yeah. You head and head over. So, you guys want to leave the church?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, who is going to see Mary?
Gar.
I'll go. Unless Gar
There.
wants to go alone.
No, you know what? My boy,
I guess everybody's going to see Mary.
Everyone's going to see Mary. Great. So,
Oh, I guess can we take Irena with us now that we're just all going?
Yeah, you guys just go. That's fine. You guys all make your way down, going through the streets of Barovia,
Going off the rails of the campaign.
and
Well,
finding.
it's part of the campaign.
This part of the campaign is fun.
I know.
Finding yourself in little time at the foot of the house, with that wailing still coming through. She's still crying. It's been 3 days. She's still there.
Mary, can we come in?
The only thing that you hear back is.
I think that was a yes.
Apparently, her daughter's missing.
Oh,
Oh, what's
It's
her
her
daughter's
daughter.
name?
Honestly, I can't remember. I forgot to write down the notes when the DM told me.
Inkar's gonna shove his way through the door frame.
Yes. The as you go inside, it's a house. It's a squalid house, but it is a house. You see, the downstairs is organized and it's lived in, but the food out is beginning to grow over a layer of mold on top. Like the bread is beginning to develop purple and green spots. No one has been down here to eat, at least in a number of days.
Irena, are most houses in Barovia like this?
Many of the occupied ones are. The unoccupied ones, yes. But seems to be more recent. This is fresher.
Okay, well,
and does it sound like the whales are coming from upstairs, or?
They are coming from upstairs, yeah.
well, Garfantis, if you want to lead the way, I'll be right behind you.
He's already making his way up there.
Yeah, you make your way up the stairs, around a corridor, and you see around a doorway there is an open door into a bedroom of a child, a young child. The bed itself is not like a crib or anything. It is a full like person, adult-sized bed. But there is a small desk with papers with faint bits of scrawling on them. The writing on those would also connotate an adult, but you see little pictures of drawings that are kind of off in stacks along the side or in bookshelves. The main thing that you see is there is a figure, a woman hunched over on the ground, clutching something, just sobbing uncontrollably.
Mary, we came to check on you to see if we could help.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion. Hey, oh, never mind. It's a lot lower than I thought it was, but it's not bad.
Assist him if I mention her daughter.
You can assist him if you like. Yeah, what do you say?
Like, you said your daughter went missing. Is there something we can do to help?
Mm-hmm. What'd you get, go?
13 with advantage. 13.
Yeah, either of those would have done. You watch as she turns, and the face is like sunken in, not to an inhuman perspective, but it's just she's beginning to feel the effects of starvation, essentially. The eyes themselves not producing tears because they are just puffed out and red and shriveled. The eyes themselves bloodshot, and she's not in a good place right now. This is Mad Mary, and you see in her hand she's clutching a doll, like a worn, old, not great looking doll, but it's a doll nonetheless. You kind of see her turn around to you, and she says, "You come to help with my daughter?"
Yes.
She's a good girl. She's just young,
She lives a good life here.
Oh, you know where she could have gone.
She left.
Left.
She left a week ago and I have not seen her. She did not return.
She's
You know where she was going.
I don't know. I worry that she may not be with us anymore. What if something happened to my dear Gertruda?
How old was
That will be my
Gertruda?
name. So sorry. Keep going.
She was. And you kind of see there's a moment of like processing here. She was younger. I don't. She was young. Whoever wants to can roll an insight check.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you will do that.
how about I jumped out of the dice?
Hey, Nat 20.
Nat
Well,
20,
Ooh,
baby.
that's a lot better than my nat 1.
So it's
I got in between.
altogether. Insight altogether, I think, is 22. Yeah,
I got a
22.
14.
So Malin, this is hard to get. So you in particular get this. It's not a lack of understanding of age that she's doing here. It's denial. Her daughter, she's saying is young, and judging from the room around, there are childlike qualities to it. Right? But you pick up on it more than anything. The things that reminisce about children in this room are more so well preserved. They are worn but old. The daughter, Gertruda, is probably like late teens, early 20s. And not only that, you get around, the room is as immaculate as it can be, but it doesn't really seem to have been opened much. You kind of get the sense this woman has been very protective of her daughter and has probably kept her in this room or in the house as much as she could for a long time, and in doing so has developed this notion of, my daughter's just a kid. She can't fend for herself. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's just a child. Good roll.
Said it was a week ago, correct?
You see her nod. The lip kind of quivering again.
She didn't write anything, leave you a note or anything like that?
She just left. She left this place. And her mother... She left.
Alarn will sort of step back a little bit and kind of just try to whisper to
Irena, are there really that many disappearances around here normally?
Well, there are plenty of disappearances. It's best not to say.
Okay. I'll just walk back up.
Mary, do you have any idea where she might have gone? No sort of indication. Okay.
No favorite spots that you both enjoyed? Or...
We stayed in the house mostly.
What about the girl's father? What happened with him?
She just shakes her head. She doesn't say anything about it. Dragden, the tag
on the doll as she's turning it in her hands. You get a read on it because it does have writing on it and it's in common. The tag on the doll, which is fraying, says, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
What is Blinsky?
This particular question, directed at her, she just kind of zones out at.
If you want us to find daughter, you must tell us what is Blinsky.
You will find Gertruda?
Yes.
Yes. Please find my daughter.
Yes, we will find her. It'll be hard if we don't have a place to start, but Lauren's smart. He's helping me find where I came from.
Yeah, I'm pretty great at that so far, I think.
Yeah, you get a
Really?
read as you begin
Seems you're
to
both trapped in a mist right now.
as you begin to talk about Alarin, her gaze just averts again, and she gets lost in thought.
Oh,
Was that your daughter's favorite doll?
Yes, this is... Yes, she's had it for many years. She keeps such good care of it.
now, Mary, is there anything that Gertruda wanted to do when she got older?
She just shakes her head.
No dreams or anything like that?
And you see she's getting lost again. There are these moments of attention that you can grab from her when you're talking about her daughter, and sometimes she just fades out again.
While they're all kind of talking to her, can I ritual cast detect magic, see if anything's weird with her?
Yeah, you can go ahead and start ritual casting it. That's fine. It'll take you 10 minutes, but you can do it.
Sweet. He will be doing that in the background.
You guys also do remark she's not even paying attention to the visage of Dragon or Gar. It's not phasing her at all.
I can't believe I'm calling you that.
Yeah.
What was it that you asked a second ago?
A toy says, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." If
Oh, go ahead.
if we find out what Blinsky is, perhaps it would be a clue. Maybe she went to find Blinsky.
Mary, your daughter. Is there a reason Blinsky is written on her favorite doll?
Oh. I don't know. Did she write this?
I'm not sure.
No. My Gertruda would not do this. She would not. They face a prized possession. She keeps things very clean. She's a good girl.
Do they have do they have any signs that they have like a cat or a dog or maybe
Yeah,
rats?
perception check.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if rats would live long enough, but
My grandpappy told me.
15.
I mean, there's a hole in the wall that a rat might be able to fit through. There's no visible sign of pets, as it were. And there's no, like you're looking around, there's no sign of struggle. There's no sign of anything being torn up or destroyed. It seems like the girl just got up and left.
All right, one last thing. Is there any sort of check that I can do to see if I would know what Blinsky is? Like if it's a location or...
Make a history check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay. Nat 20 and a nat 1. So a nat 1.
Sucks, but no, you don't.
How's his detect magic coming?
It's coming. I mean, it's a 10-minute casting time, so he's out in like 10 minutes. Do you guys want to talk to her anymore in the meantime, or you want to wait till that's done?
I think we can wait till that's done now at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So she just kind of goes back to sitting and crying after you guys stop talking for like maybe 5 seconds. And she just continues on there, not really acknowledging your presence in the room at all. There's a moment where like the other two kind of beckon you to like, okay, let's go. Like it's time, we're not getting anywhere. But you choose to stay. And after the 10 minutes is up and the detect magic takes hold, nothing. Nothing at all.
Damn it. There's no sort of magic in here. It doesn't appear she's under any sort of, I don't know, curse or magical spell or anything like that. Give me one moment, and he's just gonna kind of stomp over to the papers on the table and rifle through them real quick.
Yeah, you go ahead and take a look. There is, as you go ahead and thumb through, make an investigation check for me.
Okay. So, let's see.
So 17.
17. Yeah, there are doodles on here of like various buildings around Barovia, trees. There's a mountain, a moon. There's a castle. All sorts of just random doodles. You get the sense, especially with your intelligence. Perhaps with the variety of things here, perhaps it was just she wanted to get out there and see the world, see what was out there.
Okay. And he'll step over to the bed, see if he can find anything like under the pillows, under the mattress. She doesn't seem that responsive, so...
You keep looking. Mary doesn't stop you at all. And nothing really grabs your attention. You do see another doll and like a toy rocking horse on one of the shelves. And on both of them, there's a tag that says, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
Is no fun, is no Blinsky. Irena, does that mean anything to you? Is it like a local toy maker or something?
Not to me, no. I have not heard of this. Ismark's gonna roll fucking much better. Yeah, Ismark kind of chimes up. I believe I have heard of a man called Blinsky, a toy maker in... where was it? It must have been Vallaki. It's the only place I could think of that I may have heard of such things. Toys do come and go sometimes.
Okay. Also, I'm trying to remember, that's where he's having us take her, right?
Yeah.
How do you spell
Okay.
that town really quick?
Vallaki, Vallaki.
Vallaki, okay.
Yeah.
Just so happens we're going that way with Irena, so we can look for Gertruda while we're there.
That sounds
Very good.
perfect. At least that's something to look for. Not really getting much here.
And he'll just start going down the stairs.
Well, Mary,
question.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna look at our and Ismark. Have any of you ever heard of a man that has a pet monkey?
A monkey. I don't know about monkey specifically. There was a man who came into Barovia a month, 2 months ago. An animal trader. I don't know his name. I don't know where he could be, but I did hear of his entry into the realm. It is possible that he may have a monkey.
Never mind. It's
How
Thank you.
dare he?
Alaran's not there. Gar. I don't suppose you remember when you were in Daggerford that there was talk of a
There
man coming
was.
through trading animals.
There was, wasn't there?
Oh.
there's also apparently a barnyard jacket or something.
They're just talking about Jeff.
He,
I miss Jeff.
Jeff was good people. Oh, well, it wasn't here, but there was somebody trading animals in Daggerford. I don't know if they could get here or not. But Mary, we might have an idea of where to look for your daughter. We'll check there, and if we find her, we can tell her you're waiting for her.
Yeah, at this point, Mary is just wholly unresponsive. She's just looking down, and you see her body is shaking again with sobs.
Not good. We should go so we can find her quick.
Yes, seems we've done everything we can here.
Okay. So you guys are gonna leave the house. I will say, Ismark, because you guys are right next to the Burgomaster's mansion, which is down here. Ismark turns to you all and says, "This is where we say goodbye. Please, keep my sister safe. If anything were to happen, I will kill you all. And that's not an empty threat. I mean it."
Oh, well. I guess you love her a lot, so that's good to know. Well, we won't let any harm come to her. Plus, I mean, big old sword like that, she'll probably protect me.
Well, I hope so. If you need anything in Barovia, anything at all, please come back. And I will do my best to assist you.
Oh, The old lady selling pies.
Yes, yes, I am aware of her existence.
Yes, be sure next time you see her, the pie was quite delicious.
She may be around now. If you go looking, yeah, she may be around.
You could get one for the road.
He looks up at the sky. It's about the right time of day.
All right, well, I guess we'll see you next time we're in town.
Please, whenever you need it, come on back. And he goes to hug Irena, and they exchange a few words between the two of them, and then he turns and walks back to the gates of the mansion and just stands there and watches you guys as you go. So there is one last thing that we're going to do before we end the episode. Long episode today, I know, but we're going to do one last thing. Are you looking for the old lady, Malin?
No, I mean, if I see her, I'll let her know the pie was delicious, but I'm not actively going out of my way to find her.
So just make straight perception check for me.
I don't know if I want to find her now. Well, that's pretty bad, so...
I don't know if you guys are coming back to Barovia or not, so...
7.
Oh, yeah, that's good enough.
Damn it.
She listen. If it were anything like under like a 5 or a 6, I would have been like, no, it's fine. You do catch her. She's not. It's just like kind of out on the peripheral. You guys are turning to go left at this crossroads again, and you see her kind of making her way back down this way along the road. Still hauling that pie cart that she has.
Oh, she's far away. I ain't gonna say anything.
Okay. I mean, she's not crazy far, but if you don't want to say anything, that's fine. So you guys turn left, and you begin exiting the village of Barovia. And as you go, one horse, and then 4 walkers behind you, leaving the village. I suppose that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. So, thanks everyone so much for watching. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. As always, let's keep making stories together. And we will see you guys next week. All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. I'm gonna eat some pie.
There has been a development, Master. Although it not only change our plans, I think that... What is this development? The young Miss Irena has left the mansion, accompanied by the newest band of adventurers. For what purpose did she leave? It would appear that her adoptive brother, Ismark the Lesser, has instructed them to escort her to Vallaki, thinking it will be safe for her there. I see. Send the black carriage. It is time I meet our newest guests.